CBS News is seeing firsthand how U.S. humanitarian aid is vital to millions of people in war-torn countries like Sudan. There are fears of a shutdown of USAID in Washington, which could mean less medicine for the sick, fewer first responders to treat the wounded, and less food for starving families, including babies. To get a firsthand look on this important story that deserves national attention, Deborah Pata and her crew drove deep into Sudan. They spoke to an American doctor about what feels like a policy debate here, which could be the difference between life and death there. I want to warn you, some of the images are graphic.
It's the largest humanitarian crisis in the world, and yet the people of Sudan feel they've been all but forgotten. As the country reels from a man-made famine driven by war. In the tented camps where families have fled the violence, every newly arrived child is critically starving.
And right in the red zone. Severely malnourished. What happens if little Mubarak doesn't get treatment? He would die?
The worst cases are hospitalized, tiny bodies wasting away. Little one-year-old Rabha was too weak to even cry.
I think we're in dire straits here in Sudan, to be honest.
Cincinnati native Dr. Mohammed Fadlala is a volunteer with Doctors Without Borders at Sudan's Al Bulaq Children's Hospital near Khartoum. They had just admitted 13-month-old Ibrahim Jaffer when we got there. Doctors told us the little boy was close to dying and his eyesight badly damaged from severe malnutrition.
Left unchecked, the majority of children who have severe acute malnutrition end up getting an infection and dying from it.
Ibrahim's family had been trapped by fighting for months. There was no food, his grandmother Niamat Abu Bakr told us. At times, nothing at all, not even water. But she was worried they were too late.
Doctors and nutritionists here all told us the same thing. Without humanitarian aid and medical intervention, the children you see in this ward would not be alive.
And much of that life-saving intervention is provided by USAID, its delivery now in jeopardy following President Trump's decision to suspend aid for 90 days.
Any further cut to what little Sudan is receiving and able to receive is going to have nothing short of an absolutely devastating effect.
America is also the World Food Programme's biggest funder. As it races to get this grain to famine-stricken areas, every delay means lives lost, aid organizations told us. We went back to see baby Ibrahim a day later. His condition had deteriorated, but his doctors are determined to ensure that for this little boy, it will not be too late.
America gave $2.3 billion to Sudan last year, including funding more than half of the World Food Programme's work. Now, an entire system is being dismantled following Trump's decision, and one source told us, as a result, 8 million Sudanese could starve to death. Vlad?
Deborah Pata in Johannesburg. Deborah, I know Ibrahim, little baby Ibrahim, is just one of thousands, but how is he doing this morning?
Well, Vlad, I'm happy to tell you that we did check up on his condition and he's doing a lot better. Doctors were very worried. They tell us that he will never regain proper sight in one eye, but they can save the other one. And he's even put on a little bit of weight.
That is some good news in what is a dire situation in that country. Deborah Pata for us this morning. Thank you, Deborah. Appreciate it as always.